crazy right now. Trump just take CP and THCA out of the stores at the same time. Moving the notion to declassify marijuana from class one to class three is major. Apparently, you got alcohol industries, you know, kind of like scrambling, and they're like, oh my God, what is this gonna mean? And everybody across the world is like, so are they legalizing it or not? And I'm like, oh God, this shit is just crazy. It's so many things. It is like they're setting the THC industry up to make the most money in the oncoming 2 years, 2 to 3 years, 2 years, oncoming year to 2 years of the rest of Trump's, reign as president. Hmm. But this ain't about that. You guys can do your own research and talk your own shit about President Donald Trump on your own time, because I don't really know the guy personally, and I can't really judge a character off of their deeds because I'm busy doing my own deeds. So, yeah, I know it's bad to me. First of all, certain things as a human shouldn't even be going down. Like trafficking on any level, if we're human trafficking, that should never be going down. So I feel like any president that's addressing sex trafficking or trying to bring that whole illegal organization down, you're doing great, because you're basically fighting a bunch of perverts who have been in office for years, like people who just can't resist their temptations, who have been there for years. So, and should be brought to justice. And another thing, so on to what I was really getting on, like planning your tour. So you need to get your merchandise right. And this ain't even about any of that political shit. You need to get your merchandise right. You feel me? Get your merchandise together. You feel me? Like, make sure you have your merch all the way put together, okay? No matter what, have your merchandise put together, because your trip's gonna be a failure, you know. And make sure you got a little bit of money put back for room and board whenever you get to the first city, and make sure you're capable. Either you have workers or you're capable of selling your own merchandise. You know what I mean? Next thing is picking locations. Make sure you have your locations picked all of your locations picked out, which is something I'm slipping on right now. This is a bunch of things that I'm telling you should do that I should have did when I started off my own personal tours, like my own. Because to be honest with you, like I end up doing music, but it'd be like on the whim. It don't even be like we planned to do this. Like, yeah, we planned it, but it'd be like, yo, we happened to find a show, or we happen to find this. So it's better to plan ahead. It's better to make sure you know what locations you're going to go to. Just depending on what type of business you're doing, like, because you might be doing pop-up shops, so you want to get all the locations that you're going to be able to do your pop-up shop across the area that you're actually planning to tour. Because it's a get money tour. It's not a lose money tour. You're not supposed to be spending money. You're not on vacation. You're on workcation, basically. It's the get money tour. So you got to make sure you have all your merchandise together. You know what I'm saying? Put a little investment to the side, even if you got to take time to save. Like I should have been taking time to save myself. So, and all of this will hurt you if you don't have it together. You might as well just become a trucker, or become, one of those drivers that drive the sprinter vans across country. If not, but if you're doing this for tour purposes and you're trying to utilize that, so you might get a box truck, get you a couple loads. Wherever the city that you're going to, you need to be on the phone, or have you somebody else on the phone, like another dispatcher that's finding shows, finding venues, finding all of the hot spots for you to go hang out and network at, and possibly do what you came to do. Like, you came to do performances, or you came to do seminars, you came to talk to people, you came to get yours out there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Papoose was up. It's crazy though, like, because this whole tour was like, when we started off, we had no CDs, and like, it doesn't matter what people say. Maybe in your hometown, or maybe in your surrounding area, you don't slang your CDs, but when you going out to go promote your stuff, you definitely want to have you some CDs. If you're an artist, you definitely want to have you some CDs. I don't care what nobody say. Have you some CDs and some QR codes, or in some download codes. You're gonna need all of that. Like, I can't stress it out. Like, most people will sit there and talk to you about why you shouldn't have CDs, and then you'll have your inner self talk to you about why you should have your merchandise, and the blockades that are in. A lot of people will tell you to do things that are not good for your success. You feel me? So it might be like, oh, you shouldn't have this, but you know dang well you should have this because it's your artistry. That's like a painter trying to sell art without having the actual art. And it's like, yeah, it's possible you can sell your art before you paint it, but at the same time, it's more logical to actually have some art for display so people can see what your work is like. And that's another thing. If you're an art dealer and you want to go cross country and you want to sell your art, make sure you know the specific art districts in the specific locations to actually display your art. Even if you can manage to find places that'll let you display art for consignment, or maybe leave a couple pieces behind for consignment, they send you the money. You know what this is. Like, this is sales, this is marketing and promoting. You got to learn how to sell yourself at a higher rate because you're traveling. So I can't stress it enough. Like, you gonna go out here, you ain't gonna have no t-shirts, or you ain't gonna have no hoodies or merchandise of any kind and go out here and expect to make money. You basically begging for money. Like, most people will be like, oh bro, you be panhandling. No, I don't. I be marketing and promoting myself. So it's a way of actually selling my merchandise. Now, if you want to call it panhandling, hell, to me, Walmart's panhandling in an ultimate way. They actually set up a building, went through the proper channels and all of that. But to me, it's all still the same thing. You need to know every location that you go into, all of your hot spots. I can't stress that enough. If you go into New York, you need to know what the New York nightlife scene is like, or the New York business scene is like, so you can connect with these people. If you go into Cali, you need to do the same thing. Find your vibe. Like, I'm in the process of it, because I'm an artist. I do so much. Like, and this is another thing. Try not to stretch yourself too thin. You do too much, it makes it hard for you to focus on what you're supposed to be doing, performing, delivering your products to the people. Like, to me, it's music, so it's a vibe. I'm delivering a vibe to the people. I'm giving you nice, crispy vibe, something new, refreshing R&B, soul music, my type of music. I know you're going to love. I'm traveling. Have I did a show yet? No, not recently, but that's only because of failure to plan. I'm being honest with you, a failure to plan. Like, I don't call ahead and find out who I know in the city, and you're supposed to be doing that. This is all the things that you should be doing. You're supposed to call ahead. Like, I didn't have CDs at first, and then by the time I got them, I had to do this, burn up some CDs on my own and just write on the cover, and it works. But you got to find, like I said, you got to find the market. It's a whole niche of people that buy things out of nostalgia because they remember being a certain age and seeing somebody posted on the corner marketing themselves, either handing out a flyer or handing out a music mixtape or a CD or something, posted at the local gas station or supermarket. And most of these artists went on to become some Young Dolph and freaking Yo Gotti, and these artists blew up off of this. Like, even like I was watching a post on Instagram, and I was like, I was shocked because I was like, there's no way that this is Cardi B. This has got to be AI. And I was like, yo, it looks too real to be AI. And she took a second and paused, and she was like, no, because at first she was like, the CDs are $20 and the vinyls are $40, and then she was like, no, the CDs are $9.99, so basically $10. She's basically she reverted back to what was in stores back in the day, $9.99 for one of your favorite artists' CDs. I remember when they was $14. I bought the Nas album for like $14 in DC. I remember buying the J. Cole album. That shit was almost $20 freaking dollars. I remember buying Tupac. That shit was $20. I remember at one point the albums was like $7.98 or $7.99 in stores. I remember buying posters. Like, most of it's like underneath my grandma's house, posters of some of my favorite artists, just because I wanted to buy it. So, I never really understood. Like, once I got a little older, I was like, why do people buy posters? It's just a simple piece of paper. And now I'm thinking myself, like, yo, I should just make posters of myself and sell that with a QR code on it. Keep your mind open to ideas while you're on your music tour. You know what I'm saying? Try to incorporate newer ways to tour yourself across the country. This is only for people who are actually taking upon themselves to hit the map with it. Because to me, you're not going to expand to be a national business or a national artist or even an international artist or business or company or corporation without motion. You have to take yourself to the people. You know what I'm saying? Which is another thing I was going to say. Try your best to find you some endorsements before you hit the road. Like any endorsements, people that'll give you like, merchandise, drinks, t-shirts. One might want to put some signs on whatever vehicle you have and pay you for that because they know you traveling and you about to be across this country. Any type of, not any type. It ain't like you know what I'm saying, if you're a guy, you don't want to get an endorsement of dildos. That shit would defeat a purpose. But you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying though, folks. You want to be real on your shit. You really want to be on your game. Like, and that's really all I had to say for you guys. 10 minutes of, Jobless Entrepreneur Talk, the Money Tour, and what to do. And comment if you like this one. If you made it this far, make sure. Yeah, look, listen. Crumbly Z9B. That name is weird. But anyway, anybody that would call themselves that does not have the right to call anybody weird. You're already weird. I don't know who he calling weird. I'm like, yeah, he's like, you're weird just because, I guess because of the way I talk. They like, whatever. Look, I grew up in Greenville, South Carolina, around a hell of white folks and niggas who couldn't make their mind up of whether it was okay for a white man to say nigga, and sooner or later we just let it all slide because it's just words. Yeah, it is. Every now and then you catch a fight about it, but for most of the part, it's just a word. If you want to let it bring you out your character and fuck up your money, that's on you. But me, I be like, I'm not letting none of this fuck up my money, my peace of mind, or any of it. So, and some of it's serious, but most of it's just a joke. I weave through stuff. So look, listen, you guys, stay up. I hope you have the best year, like the most productive year. Get you some money. You feel me? Get you some money. That's what I'm working on right now. That money. You know what I'm saying? Get you some peace. And if you got love in your life, keep that shit. Learn to nurture it and show the rest of the world what it really looks like. You feel me? That was just random. That's gonna resonate who it resonates with. Welcome to the year 2026. It's the year of the fire horse. Mount up. Let's get it. You feel me? Let's get it. Yo, new merchandise at the website.